This. Does being a mother make governor? That's a question many people are taking sides on this morning after a controversial comment from a candidate for governor in Oklahoma. Her comment has led to a debate not about family values, but about the value for a political candidate. It's the debate that's raging in Oklahoma and across the country, ever since Republican candidate Mary Fallin said this.
Well, I think my experience is one of the things that sets me apart as a candidate for governor. First of all, being a mother, having children, raising a family.
Her opponent, Democrat Jari Askins, can't claim the same and says she shouldn't have to.
8 years as a judge, 4 years in the executive branch.
With a long career in government, Askins says she's plenty qualified, regardless of her marital status. The topic even boiled over on The View.
If you allow someone to use whether or not you are married and have children for their cause in terms of working, you are then also permitting them to use it against a woman in terms of working.
And it's got plenty of Oklahomans talking about whether mommyhood is a requirement for the governor's office.
I don't think it matters if you have children or not. You still understands the problems in the American life that we live.
People that have kids are going to be probably a little bit more responsible.
You can still have life experience without having kids.
In a statement, Mary Fallin says she was not attacking her opponent. If I am asked what defines me, either as a candidate or as a person, I can't ignore being a mother or being a wife any more than I could my gender, my Christian faith, my conservative values, or my experience in both the private and public sector. All of those things affect who I am and how I see the world. And Jari Askins, the Democratic candidate for Oklahoma governor, joins us now live from Oklahoma City. We did invite her Republican opponent, Mary Fallin, to join us, but she respectfully declined. And Lieutenant Governor Askins, thank you very much for being with us this morning. The issue of motherhood, is it fair game in an election?
Well, you know, in Oklahoma, all of our governors have been men, so none of them have been mothers. And I think most of them have done a pretty good job, so I don't think that that's a criteria.
Well put. Your opponent, Mary Fallin, said that she wasn't trying to attack you, that she was simply answering a question. And when she defines herself, in part, she defines herself as a mother. So did you take any issue with the way she responded to that?
Well, I imagine that her comments came from her political consultants had suggested that she bring that up. I still stand on my record of public service for 20-something years and believe that's what the voters are going to make their decision based upon.
Lieutenant Governor, here we have two qualified women. Going to be, one of you will be the first female governor of Oklahoma. It's the year 2010, and here we are talking about the mommy wars. What does that say, do you think?
Well, I think what it says to me is that people are off focus of what this campaign about. This campaign is not about my children. It's about all of the children of Oklahoma, what kind of future we're going to give them. The economy's tough. We have tough decisions to make regarding education, regarding jobs. And so my focus is what the next generation of Oklahoma's children are going to have us leave for them.
And we've heard a lot of people debating this issue back and forth, and well put what you're saying about it. It should not be about either candidate, but about the people that you're trying to serve there. But when you take in this debate about being a mother, that it could also be used against you, somewhat of what the women of The View were talking about. Is that of concern, too, that it can go both ways in how it's being used?
I think it can, and I'm sure that there are some places across the country where it's been used either way. But we have wonderful examples of women in this country who have served not just in Oklahoma, but across the United States, who have been mothers, and those like Condoleezza Rice and others who have not been able to claim that. So I think that it's really not an issue. And I hope that we will begin to focus on the other kinds of leadership qualities that it takes to be a chief executive officer of a state.
Many are hoping that too. Lieutenant Governor Askins, thank you very much for joining us. And again, we did ask your opponent, Mary Fallin, to join us, but she respectfully declined. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
And you're very welcome. So where do you stand on this debate? Should it even be a debate? What do you think about the mommy experience? Is it essential for women who are running for political office? Weigh in on our shout-out board, abcnews.com/GMA. Always good to hear from you. Coming up next,